Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to week 2 here in the Mid-Atlantic Mauling League. Tonight, we've got two old favorites. Tonight, we've got Play It by Nuffle versus Tracksuit Mafia, Clypheus versus Merrick, Chaos versus Goblins. What is happening in this competition? What's going on? Why is there a Goblin team? Why are they going up against Chaos? Are they going to murder Chaos? Is Chaos going to murder them? I have no idea, but I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Let's take a look at the standings first before we take a look at the rosters of these two teams. As you can see, this is the top table for week number 2. Week number 2 getting underway here. Tracksuit Mafia and Play It by Nuffle, both in first place, both won their games in week 1. They have 3 points apiece, tied at first, winning their games 2-0. One of these teams are going to be looking to push ahead tonight. Is it going to be Tracksuit Mafia, or is it inexplicably going to be Play It by Nuffle? Let's take a look and find out. First up, we have Clypheus's Play It by Nuffle. Clypheus is the current Chaos Cup champion, trading in the Chaos Dwarves for Goblins in this second competition of the season. Won his first game. He's going to try to win his second here. 14-man roster, 2 trolls, 1 fanatic, 1 pogoer, 1 loony. What is up with a Goblin team? You don't see them too often, but they are super, super fun. One of my favorite, maybe my favorite team in all of Blood Bowl, just for how shenanigans they are. You can see the loony. The loony has a chainsaw. The chainsaw lets him avoid taking the block roll and go straight to armor. Not only that, he gets a +3 on that armor roll when he does that. It's insane. This is the scariest player on this roster. He has the Fanatic. The Fanatic has a ball and chain. He has an MA of 3. He's going to move 1 random space when he moves. He has to move the full distance. And anybody he bowls over, whether they're standing up or crucially, whether they are prone, are going to get hit. We'll see if he can stay on the pitch, and if he can take anybody off. And if he does, if they're actually opponents or not. The 2 trolls are the big guys, of course. They have the strength of 5. They can eat their fellow goblins. Hungry Hippo leveled up. He took break tackle. Wow. Very good pickup. Typically a good pickup on players with low AG that lets them use their strength instead of their AG. So he wants that troll to move around and have some pitch control. I think that's a pretty good pickup here for Hungry Hippo. Nobody else is leveled up. Nobody else is going to survive long enough to level up. He has 2 secret weapons on the pitch. He has a TV of 9-10. He has a whole bunch of players on the roster. 2 TRRs, 1 fan factor. He's going to be up against Tracksuit Mafia, coached by Merrick, the former Chaos Cup champion. He is fielding a little more of a normal team. He's got a Chaos roster coming into this match. He is trying to build this roster out. He's trying to level them up. He's trying to get that trifecta on his players of Claws, Piling On, and Mighty Blow. If he can do that, he will be nigh unstoppable. He's coming into this match though down a player. He lost, I forgot he lost his big guy. Artificial Bunny in week 1 murdered his Minotaur. He doesn't have enough money for a new one, and it's going to be a little while probably before he picks one up. We'll see if he can roll the money for it in this game. Maybe he'll pick one up next week. We'll see. He has 3 TRRs, 1 Apothecary, 3 Fan Factor, 1 Coach Assistant. He has a Chaos Warrior that's leveled up. He picked up the block skill. He also picked up tackle. Tackle not bad against dodging players. That will come into effect. Great effect here with the Goblins. Goblins all have dodge. They're also stunty, of course. The Beastmen here all leveled up. 3 of them level up with claws. He picked up a kicker as well. Kicker is a fantastic skill. Better on some teams than others, but good for any team whatsoever. And one of the most underused skills in the game of Blood Bowl. The final Beastman leveled up level 2. Look at all these levels. This is terrifying. He picked up dodge on Bro Marat, so he is probably a ball carrier. We'll see what he wants to do with him. Otherwise, all the Beastmen have horns. Horns means he doesn't have to choose who's going to be his blitzer. The Chaos Warriors, of course, have the strength of 4, so not a bad roster, even if he's losing his Minotaur. That Minotaur is a pretty good player. He has that frenzy block. He's not going to have that coming into tonight's matchup. He has a 70K in the treasury. I doubt he'll spend even a penny of that. His TV is 1,200. That means he's giving away a whopping 290K in inducement money to Play It by Nuffle here tonight. Play It by Nuffle also has a whopping 110K in their treasury. That means they could spend 400,000 gold in this game if they want to. I doubt they will, but man, that's a lot of money to spend. Goblins are a shenanigans team. So we just talked about Chaos. Chaos is a murder team. Chaos is the canonical murder team. Chaos is weakest at low TV. They want to build up. Oh, right. SP Beaver said 460K. He has to pick up a Beastman here to fill in his roster. Chaos is a murder team. They're weakest at their low TV, but once they start building up those skills, then they're out there to literally murder the other team. They want to take players off the pitch, and they can do it very, very effectively, especially with that trifecta we talked about earlier. He'll be up against Play It by Nuffle, Goblin team. Goblin teams, oh man, they are really tough to play. They're really tough to play. But what they do is they have lots of shenanigans. So they have lots of secret weapons at their disposal. There's 2 on the roster. He has more to choose from in star players in the inducement phase. But more importantly, he gets his bribes at half price. Instead of paying 100K for bribes, he pays 50K for bribes. He can pick up 3 bribes for 150K. A bribe makes fouling safe. A bribe keeps secret weapons on the pitch. He could use a bribe to keep this loony on the pitch all game long if he wants to. That is scary. This loony is the scariest player on this team. The 2 trolls with the high strength, they typically aren't that scary because of the low AG, but he does have break tackle here with Hungry Hippo that could see him get more use outside of the line. We could see thrown goblins on offense, but really, this loony is what Merrick has to look out for with that chainsaw. He needs to stay away from the loony, or he needs to go in and hit that loony before the loony hits him. If he hits that loony, he gets that +3 as well. Remember, the chainsaw is dangerous. It can hit an opponent, but it can also fall on your face. So if he can get the blitz on the loony, or if he can get the block on the loony, he needs to do so. Otherwise, he needs to steer clear. This will be a linchpin player for Clypheus tonight. Otherwise, standard Blood Bowl. He just needs to pick off these goblins. They only have a strength of 2. They only have an AV of 7. They're easy to take off the pitch. They're easy to get 2-die blocks on. Just take the blocks you're given. Oddly enough, even though Merrick's at a fairly low TV, he's starting to get up into middling TV, but he's still at a fairly low TV. He can play Murder Ball against Play It by Nuffle. He can just go man to man and start crushing these goblins, just taking them off the pitch one by one, so long as he can steer clear of the loony. He'll need to steer clear of the Fanatic as well, but the Fanatic, because he moves randomly, isn't too much of a threat. You just need to make sure that he doesn't get into position into grouped up players. You keep your grouped up players away from the Fanatic, you'll tend to be fine. Derwin to use as boo, hiss, go loony. So we'll see if the coaches are ready to go and get this game underway. It's bound to be exciting. I am looking forward to each and every one of Play It by Nuffle's games in this competition, just because you don't see goblins taking out too often. Looks like Clypheus had to restart his game client, so they're not quite ready. Not quite there yet. He's going to have 460K in inducement money. That is a whole lot of money. He could buy Bloodwiser Babes. He could buy the bribes. He is almost certainly going to pick up 3 bribes. He's got his choice of star players. He has all sorts of star players. We saw him bring the Bombardier out in Game 1. Didn't get a whole lot out of him. I personally don't like the Bombardier too much. I think it's pretty situational and consequently just not that useful. Not only is it situational, but he's a secret weapon, so he's only out for a single drive. And if you have one of your players, so if you're playing against a goblin team and one of your players just catches that bomb, just toss it right back. So we'll see if he picks that up or not. Looks like they're starting now. It's bound to be a fairly long inducement phase. Probably take the full 2 minutes. I think it's 2 minutes. Probably take the full 2 minutes just to figure out what he wants to buy. He has lots of options. We'll take a look at the standings real quick while they are deciding that. So we talked about how Tracksuit Mafia and Play It by Nuffle are tied for first right now. A Reptile Dysfunction and Pip Soupy Fan Club tied in third with Pity the Ghoul and Take the Wood, Take the Bad. They are currently 6 undefeated teams after week 1. Oh boy, you have a Chaos team in the top 6. You have both Lizard teams in the top 6. And then you have Goblins somehow in the top 6. You have a Necro team, you have a Wood Elf team as well. The Necro, the Wood Elf, and the Goblin teams all have their work cut out for them this week. They'll be taking on, well, actually, Pity the Ghoul has been paired with the AI. Otherwise, they'll be taking on these really strong teams. And when we say strong, we don't just mean that the coaches are strong, which they are. We mean these are strong, physically strong teams, high-strength teams that can just bowl you over if you're not careful. It's going to be tough matchups here in week 2. But remember, it's Swiss competition, so once the matchup's done, you'll never play this team again unless you make the top 4. So it's all about survival. And Play It by Nuffle played very aggressively in week 1. We'll see if they're going to try to play that aggressive here against a Chaos team in week 2. If they do, they're going to be in real danger of losing some players. Instead, if he can take advantage of those secret weapons, again, that Looney is devastating. That is a very, very, very effective player, and if he can use them to good effect, he could come out on top. Clypheus, of course, an excellent Blood Bowl player. He is, of course, the reigning Chaos Cup champion. He's won 2 competitions back-to-back. He won the Chaos Cup. He also won the off-season competition, the Batter Bowl, with a mixed team. So he's got a lot of experience at this point. Decided to challenge himself with a Goblin team. I respect it. I love to see Goblins on the pitch, and especially when they are coached by a very good coach. So I like to see what good players can do with some of these lower tier teams. Hank the Ranger, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. I feel the need for speed and sweltering heat. All right, and it looks like Tracksuit Mafia is going to be on defense to start this game. +2 fame advantage, Tracksuit Mafia. The crowd loves Tracksuit Mafia, and hopefully that will have the kickoff event table go in their favor in this game. 3 TRRs for American Tracksuit Mafia, just 2 for Play It by Nuffle. Only picked up 2 bribes. Who did he pick up? He picked up star player. Is that Morgan? It's Ripper. What does Ripper have? Ripper has throw teammate. Of course, he has Mighty Blow. He has grab. We'll see if he can make it work. But look at that strength. A strength of 6. What? A strength of 6. A troll with a strength of 6. He's been working out. Long week, Hank the Ranger. I hear you. I feel that. Tracksuit Mafia with a 4-man line right now has 4 Chaos Warriors on the line, pulling back all the Beastmen, playing a pretty tight defensive formation at the moment. You can see the Fanatic at center pitch here. The Pogo, or tic-tac-toe, he's got that Pogo stick. And the deadly, deadly Looney over in the right wide zone at the moment. 4-man defensive line now set for Tracksuit Mafia. Play It by Nuffle has an opportunity to set up their offense. 3 trolls on the line right now. Yes, look at that. The Fanatic Skip It playing the center position right now. When he goes, oh boy, he has the potential to take out a lot of players. Has to be careful of the trolls on his side, though. He doesn't want to knock out these trolls. So the trolls will probably block and move, or maybe... Oh boy, yeah, it's tough. It's a tough... we'll see if Skip It stays in the center position or not. Because remember, he moves randomly. He has to take his full movement, so it's 3 spaces that he moves, and he can hit friends and foes alike. Tic-tac-toe, the Pogoer back to receive. He does have the Looney on the pitch, so he's going to start this game with the Looney. Has 2 bribes to play with. Pulls one of the trolls away. Hungry Hippo pulls it away from Skip It. Doesn't want Skip It to murder him. We'll see if he splits the lineup any further. 1 Goblin in the left wide zone, 2 in the right. Pulling 2 players back to receive now. He has the number 9 Goblin Risk and Tic-Tac-Toe back to receive. He's strong on the right side. Oh, no. Tracksuit Mafia put their kicker on the line. That invalidates their kicker. Oh, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. I'm sorry. That's tackle skill. His kicker's back here. He's going to be able to use his kicker. So he's probably going to kick to the weak side. And we'll get this game underway. Can't put your kicker on the line or else he's ineligible. He can't go in either wide zone either. Kick makes these kicks a lot more accurate. And Tracksuit Mafia gets an extra TRR to start this game off. Wow! Kicked it dead center to the 16-yard line. Turn 1 now for Play It by Nuffle. 2-die block at the line with Skip It, and that's going to work out against Bro Kazmierez. Second block. Third block. So you saw, oh, got double skulls. Spends the TRR, stays alive, but was able to take 3 blocks with the Fanatic. Well done. And gets a stun on the third block. Wow. Wow, wow. Well done. You can see that second block. Remember, he can take blocks on prone players as well. Very powerful if he can get all 3 hits exactly the way he did there. Blitz with the Looney. He's going to get a +3 on this. And there's an injury. Bro, Nikolai, injured to kick this game off. He's going to miss next game unless the Apothecary is spent. I doubt it will be, and it's going to be a 1-man player advantage to Play It by Nuffle. You can see here, here's that Looney Blitz. He gets a +3. He doesn't have to roll the block dice. That goes straight through to the armor roll. That is why that player is so devastating. Both down result. Bro Red October gets stunned. That'll be a turnover. Didn't get to action all of his players. Tracksuit Mafia will take that. He's down a player now. He has 2 stunned players, 2 stunned Chaos Warriors. That's 2 Strength 4 players that are on the ground and are going to lose their turn here. We'll see if Tracksuit Mafia gets antsy and goes running after that ball. I mean, I might. I might take the blitz on checkers and then just come trampling down the pitch. From both sides. He can put the pressure on early. Just needs to make sure that he doesn't get pulled out of position, which Clafius is an expert at doing. He's an expert at splitting off a formation and picking them apart. He's going to take the block on the Looney. He gets the clean hit. He's looking to take this devastating player off the pitch. He's not going to do it on this turn. Probably won't move the Beast Man. All right, so he's not going to open up a hole here on the left side of the pitch. He can funnel players down the right. He might just say, you know what? I'm cool. I'll stay where I am. B.12344 says, why don't you play? Why doesn't who play? Going to get a mark on the Goblin in the left wide zone. He pulls the other Beastman way around the left sideline to apply a little bit of pressure to the ball. If he would have opened the hole here, he could have come straight down on the ball. He could have GFI'd right next to it if he wanted to. But this is fine. So he's got 2 players in the backfield. I don't think that's enough to really feel secure. He needs to be careful about the marks. 9 seconds left for Tracksuit Mafia in turn 1. Leave it to Rouse says, there are so many games on the field to play with. There are. Hungry, Hippo. Quirkle. Oh. Failed dodge. Tried to dodge away from the Fanatic. He's not going to spend the TRR. That'll be a turnover. Turn 2 to Play It by Nuffle now. Moves a Goblin. Moves Risk the Goblin next to the ball. Terrawin to you says, yeah, there are a lot of games on the field, but they don't have chainsaws. They don't have chainsaws. Interesting choice by Merrick to pull the Journeyman Beastman down to apply some pressure on the ball. Another blitz by the Looney and another stun. This is on the number 10 Beastman, Bro Marat, over in the right wide zone. Pulling this Journeyman Beastman down here might be a little risky. If you're planning to do some work with these Beastmen, they're probably going to be rolling lots of dice. And Journeymen all have the Loner skill. Loner means if you have to spend, or if you decide to spend a reroll, you have to roll a d6 first, and it's a 50-50 shot. Whether you even get to use the reroll is spent either way. So you tend not to spend rerolls on players with the Loner skill. So if this player is going to roll a lot of dice, that could be very risky. Play it by Nuffle. Picked up the ball with the Pogoer. Pogoer with the very long legs. He can leap as well. Very long legs gives him a +1 to his leap. It also gives him a +1 to interceptions. That probably won't have an effect in this game, but it certainly could in certain matchups. Very long legs for the interception against humans, against elves, can be devastating. Good block by the troll over on the right side of the line. Sets up the cage, the Goblin cage. Who's afraid of a Goblin cage? Nobody. Nobody, I say. Good dodge, yeah. Marks on these stunty players, all with dodge as well. Just, they don't care. They'll dodge away all day long. Turn 2, back to Tracksuit Mafia. Standard cage at played by Nuffle's own 10-yard line. Oh, wow. Wow, is he going to blitz the troll? One die blitz on the troll right now. But he does have claw. And he has horns. We'll get a 2-die blitz on the troll. He's going to stand up some players first. Stands up the number 4 Chaos Warrior at center pitch. He wants to mark feed the Woozle. Wow, look at that mark on checkers. 2 Chaos Warriors on either side. Split up his players. Now it looks like he's going to go for the blitz. The 2-die blitz on Hungry Hungry Hippo. Does he want to move his... No, wow. Wow, his middle linebacker's marked. 2-die blitz. He's gonna have to take the push here. Unless he wants to take the trade. I don't think he wants to take the trade. Oh, he spent the TRR. I did not see that coming. Gets the PAL. It worked out. He said, you know what? I have 4 team rerolls. Why not spend one? Wow, and he stunned Hungry Hungry Hippo. Wow, that is a fantastic stun for Tracksuit Mafia. Let's see if he can capitalize on that. That's one big guy, one of 3 that will be out for a turn. Moves that Journeyman and mark the front right corner of the cage. It's the number 12 Beastman, Linagore. So he moves that middle linebacker over in the left wide zone. Turn 3 for play by Nuffle. We'll see if he shifts to the right or not. Lots of Beastmen bearing down on him to the left of the cage. Right wide zone fairly wide open right now. Blitz on the Journeyman. Gets a KO. Well done. 2-man player advantage. 4. Play it by Nuffle. As we said in the pregame, this Looney, this is a key player on this roster. He is a nightmare. He is devastating. If you're on offense and he's on defense, you might just want to score as fast as you can. If you're on defense, you might want to let him score as fast as he can. Either that or you take him off the pitch. Remember, that +3 goes both ways. So the Looney gets the +3 on his armor rolls, but when he gets knocked down, there's a +3 against him as well. So it could behoove you to just go in heavy against the Looney and try to take him off the pitch. He still only has a strength of 2. 2-die block with the Fanatic. Wow! Gets a hit. Where's he going now? No. Just kind of spinning off into nowhere. 2-die block over on the right side of the line. Ends up using grab. He's going to keep the Chaos Warrior right where he is. Marks the number 5 Chaos Warrior, Bro Dimitri. Wow. Failed to dodge with the Goblin who was marked by Bro Dimitri. And he'll take it. That's a turnover. Clafius only has 1 TRR left for the half. He wants to save it for when it counts. Turn 3. Back to Merrick and Tracksuit Mafia. Tracksuit Mafia, you gotta be careful here. Clafius is a pro at splitting up teams and splitting them apart and breaking up formations, making them less effective. You saw Tracksuit Mafia went in heavy on this cage, but they only marked a single corner of the cage, and everyone else was free to move. Anybody who's not free to move, if they're a Goblin, they'll dodge, no problem. The way to keep Goblins in check is to make them dodge multiple times. Stands up number 3, shifts him over to the right. He's still at center pitch. He's going to be right in front of that left side of the cage. Moves the number 2 Chaos Warrior back up forward. That's a level 3 Chaos Warrior. He gets that mark on the Troll, Feed the Woozle. He's going to have a 4, 5, 6. He's going to have a 2-die block on Feed the Woozle coming up. Trying to decide what to do with his Beastman contingent on the left side. He's going to shift him back downfield. He's not going to continue the pressure on the cage, and I think that's a smart play. He already finds himself behind this cage. He doesn't have the speed to outrun the cage, so he needs to make sure he doesn't get left behind. 19 seconds left. He's got a 2-die block. Took the 2-die block on the Troll. He's going to get a push. He's got another 2-die block coming on the right corner of the cage against Taco Cat. Oh, he's gonna blitz. He's gonna blitz. Good blitz on number 6. Trying to take this Looney out. Remember, the Looney now has to deal with the +3 on the armor roll. He's going to be stunned. That's a great stun. That's one more turn that you don't have to deal with that devastating chainsaw. Why did he not take this block? Was he already moved? Turn 4. Final turn here of the first quarter coming up. Good block by the Fanatic. The Troll fails his really stupid roll. Big guys always have some sort of negative trait or set of negative traits. For the Troll, one of those is really stupid. If he tries to do something, he has to be next to a friendly player and then roll a d6. On a 2+, he gets to take his action. If he's not next to a friendly player, then when he rolls that D6, he has to roll a 4+, because he doesn't have an ally to tap him on the shoulder and remind him what he's on the pitch to do. Ended up failing the roll that time. He'll be out for this turn. 2-die block on Bro Armin. He's got to get a push. Chain push. He's going to push the Looney out of harm's way. Now he gets the 3-die block on Bro Armin. Wow. Really wanted to take him out. Couldn't make it work. Bro Armin's going to stay on his feet. 1 minute to play here. You can see there, Hungry Hippo, because he was by himself, his really stupid roll had to succeed on the 4+, and he pulled it off. Only got to move 1 space. When you are prone, it takes 3 movement allowance to stand up. He only has a movement allowance of 4. That left him 1 space to move unless he wants to take a GFI. $30 left for Play It by Nuffle. Probably deciding what he wants to do with Quirkle here. Quirkle's in a precarious spot. And you can see, this is what we were talking about, keeping these goblins in check. He'd have to dodge multiple spaces if he wants to get Quirkle out of the way. He might be fine just to leave him there, though. Oh, he's going to get the 1-die blitz with Quirkle. He's going to take the both down result. Quirkle's going to get KO'd. Quirkle's KO'd. 1-man player advantage now for Tracksuit Mafia. That is fine. Anytime a goblin goes down, you hold your breath. Will he stay alive or not? In that case, it didn't work out. Tracksuit Mafia here in the end of the first quarter, trying to make something happen, either to go after this ball or to reset his defense. You can see it's starting to break apart here. Clypheus has the 2 trolls trying to split apart Bro Armin. Bro Armin already took 3 blocks in 1 turn. The more players he can break off of the formation, the less players he has to worry about as he moves forward. Tracksuit Mafia is going to shift the number 7 Beastman from the left wide zone back to center pitch, playing safety along with number 9 and number 11. Wants to make sure he stays in front of the ball carrier, stays in front of the cage. Looks like he's going in for another block on the number 1 troll. Says the number 3 Chaos Warrior back. Bro Red October back into the right wide zone. You can see he's trying to keep this formation in check, trying to control the pitch. It's tough to do with single units though. When you have 1 player, 1 blitz opens up a hole. Good dodge on the blitz. He's going to blitz the ball carrier. He is. He's only going to get a push out of it. Wow, gutsy blitz. Spends the TRR, gets the double pals. Where's the ball gonna scatter? Holy moly. It's gonna scatter down pitch to Tracksuit Mafia's 2-yard line. They only have 1 player left to get at this ball. I don't think they want to try to pick it up. Oh, they have 2 players left. They have 2 players left. I don't think he wants to dodge out the Beastman either. 3 seconds left. Oh, he's going to take the block, and it's going to be a both down result. But he knocks out the troll. Wow! Wow! What is happening? One die block on the troll, works out, gets the knockout. Well done to Tracksuit Mafia. It's all tied up on the pitch now, 9v9. Looney Blitz, as you would expect. And bro, Marat is injured just like that. Oh no, it's a smashed collarbone. He spends his apothecary on the level 2 Beastman. Oh, it looks like it's not a good result. It's not. He lost a point in strength. Oh no. Bro Marat is probably done in the game of Blood Bowl. He will most likely be sacked. What? You know what? We salute you. Oh man, that was something. All right. Not sure what's happening, but we're gonna have. Man, I tell you. Blood Bowl 2 sometimes. All right, we'll get back into this game. Hopefully we didn't miss anything massive. Nuffle is displeased. All right, we're back into this game now. It looks like we missed turn 5 by play it by Nuffle. We're on turn 5 for Tracksuit Mafia. Ball still on the pitch on the 2-yard line. And we're a minute into turn 5. Tracksuit Mafia doing everything he can here in the beginning of the second quarter to try to get in on this ball. Two-die block gets a push on Checkers, the number 12 Goblin. Needs to be a little careful of the direction of pushing these Goblin players. They can certainly, I mean, they're not great receivers, but they're not bad either. Two-die blitz gets a pow on the Looney, desperately trying to take this Looney off the pitch. He doesn't want to deal with this chainsaw. Not going to do it. Not gonna do it. Gets a stun. You can see right down here. He has armor +5. He got that +3 advantage for taking the block, or for breaking armor on the Looney. Looney will be out for another turn. He'll take it. That's 2 turns now in this half that Looney's been stunned. You know what? You'll take. Wow. Wow. Tried to dodge the Fanatic. Didn't work out. Turn 6 back to Play It by Nuffle. An interesting point here is Play It by Nuffle has both of his secret weapons on the pitch. He only has 2 bribes. If he wants to keep both on the pitch, he'll have to spend both bribes after this drive. Oh, he's going to take another block on Bro Boris. 3 blocks on Bro Boris. Wow. Bro Boris is going to stay on the pitch. What a trooper. Clavius deciding what to do with the rest of his team. And now you can see it's Clypheus that is getting a little out of position here. Tracksuit Mafia did a really good job on the missing turn. The turn we didn't see. Of breaking up this offense. 2-die block by Ripper, the star player. Gets the knockdown, but didn't break armor. Ball still on the ground. It's going to be a little bit of a chess match here to try to get at this ball. Yeah, you can see Clypeus trying to secure the ball, trying to keep it away from Tracksuit Mafia. If Tracksuit Mafia wants to go after that ball, they're going to have to roll some dice first, take some blocks, take some risks. Both teams with 1 TRR remaining for the half. Failed to pick up with the Pogoer. He's going to spend his final TRR. He is. Failed the pickup. And that will be a turnover. At least it's scattered in a favorable position. It's between that star player, the Troll Ripper, the Pogoer, and the number 9 Goblin Risk. 3-die block coming up on Taco Cat first. Can Taco Cat stay alive? Yes. Yes, he can. Doesn't have the block on the far troll and the hungry hippo behind the line. Gets a 2-die block on the Pogoer. He'll get a POW. He's looking for an 8+. Yeah, just kick the Pogo out from under him. He'll fall. He'll fall. Failed the armor roll. Still needs to be careful. Needs to keep everything together. Doesn't need to get risky going after this ball. He's going to take the blitz. GFI blitz failed, and that'll be the final team reroll for the half. Gets a POW on this blitz. He's looking to make it count. Oh, do not push him onto the ball. Oh, he's going to push him onto the ball. The ball's going to scatter. I can't believe it. He had 2 marks on the ball, pushed the goblin onto the ball, hoping for a favorable scatter. It's scattered onto a prone goblin and into the hands of the Beastman. Then he moves the Beastman over to get that assist he needs to get the 2-die block. Wow. Wow, what a play by Tracksuit Mafia. Now he has that 2-die block on Hungry Hippo. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Excellent play by these 2 Chaos Cup champions. Terror into you. Praise to Nuffle. Leave it to Rouse says, risky with risk. Shaping up to be a solid game for the ground so far, Hank the Ranger says. It is, but Tracksuit Mafia put an end to that. We'll see if he can hold on to this ball. Not like that, you're not. Tried to dodge out. That's the second time he's tried to dodge away from the Fanatic and it didn't work out. Fanatic gonna take another block on Bro Boris. Goblin stands up to make sure the troll can stand up. Four prone goblins on the pitch at the moment. All but one of them are marked. He's going to take a blitz with the Looney, the unmarked one. Wow. Wow. Used the chainsaw, didn't break armor. Who knew that the Beastmen armor was strongest on their backs? Hank the Ranger says, just glued together my first Norse beer boar and it's adorable. Do you paint them too? Good stunty dodge. Trying to get some marks on this Beastman. Just 2 turns left in the half. If Play It by Nuffle wants to score, they're going to have a player in scoring position. It can't be the Fanatic. The Fanatic cannot handle the ball. The Fanatic, it's not that he has bad stats to handle the ball. He is disallowed from handling the ball. His hands are preoccupied with that ball and chain. Hank the Ranger says, I will when I find time. I respect people who put together the minis and do all that stuff. I love this game, man, but I can't put together the minis and stuff. Although I have a ton of them. Two-die block's going to be a push result. Now the blitz on Taco Cat gets the POW. Taco Cat, no! Taco Cat! Taco Cat is dead! R.I.P. Taco Cat. You might be missed. Tracksuit Mafia, after that murder, is going to just run down pitch. 2-die block on the number 6. Looney, the chainsaw player, only gets a push out of it. He was definitely looking for more. At least he gets the mark, but he's still tied up by the pogoer. Two-die block with a Chaos Warrior. Works out through the block skill, gets a stun. I don't know why he's not moving these Chaos Warriors. Like, he should move these Chaos Warriors. Move the Chaos Warriors and then try to dodge out Bro Boris as well. I might try to dodge out Bro Stas even and get all 3 of these players down here, down pitch. Tarot into you says, control that chaos. With what? Tarot into you says, I know. Sadness. 22 seconds left in turn 7. Tracksuit Mafia really considering what he wants to do here. I don't see any reason why he doesn't move these Chaos Warriors. There he goes. He's deciding to move them to the left. Why? You need to protect your ball carrier. What are you doing? Where are you going? The Looney doesn't have dodge, but the Looney is stunty. There you go. There you go. Oh, I would have probably put him here. But we'll see if it works out. Turn 8 now for Play It by Nuffle. He's almost certainly going to dodge out this loony. But first things first, probably takes a block with the number 2 troll. Oh, wow. He's going to try to take out Pro Boris all the way in no man's land. Terrorwind to you. Praise to Nuffle. No rerolls left for either team. Play It by Nuffle can't score. They're just trying to prevent the score here. There's a mark on the ball carrier. Here's that blitz. Failed the dodge! And Operation gets stunned for his trouble. Doesn't matter. He's going to get called off the pitch after this. We'll see if he stays alive by the bribe. But we're going to see a 2-die block against Candyland. And if that works out, Tracksuit Mafia is going to go up 1-0, and it does indeed. Well done to Tracksuit Mafia. 1-0 is going to be the score at the end of the first half. Tracksuit Mafia takes the lead. Play It by Nuffle is going to have an opportunity to spend 2 bribes. We'll see if he'll spend both. I imagine he will spend 1 on the loony. We'll see if he spends the second one on the fanatic. I think probably not. I think Ranger says good TD. It was indeed. Well done. Tracksuit Mafia is going to be on offense to start the second half. All they have to do is bide their time, and they win this game. They get back their knockout player. Bribes are going to get spent here. Or the opportunity to bribe the player is going to get spent here. Or going to be taken here. So he says, no, I'm not spending it on Skip It. He does indeed spend it on the loony, and I probably would have done the same. So the fanatic gets called off. All secret weapons only have 1 drive that they can play in a game. Their weapons are not allowed on the pitch after 1 drive. The refs will see it, and they'll call the player off the pitch unless you bribe them. He said, you know what, I don't need the ball and chain. I do need the chainsaw. And so that chainsaw player is going to be out on the pitch for at least another drive. He has 1 bribe remaining. We could see that bribe leveraged in fouls as well. Going with a 3-man line, a 3-troll line. Spread wide. Wow, very, very shallow with this Goblin team on defense. He's not afraid of the pass at all, and I don't blame him. This Chaos team does not have a passing game. They could pass. Probably, if they're even going to entertain a pass, it probably wouldn't be very long. It'd probably be a quick pass or a short pass. But even so, Tracksuit Mafia is in the lead. They have no incentive to pass. Unless they want to punt. Leave it to Rouse says, guess he should have bought another chainsaw. Can you bring 2? I don't know if you can bring 2. I think you could bring 1 as a star player. Ah, cool. Thank you. Thanks, Terrorwind, to you. Tracksuit Mafia. Putting 2 of their 4 Chaos Warriors on the line currently. Has the staggered line so far. Has the Journeyman in the center position. Terrorwind says, I listened to Clyfia's pregame. Has just 25 seconds to set up his offense here. Very peculiar offense at the moment. 1 player back to receive. Play It by Nuffle does not have a kicker. Wow, what a formation. high kick. Any player of Tracksuit Mafia gets to move to where the ball was kicked. Very shallow kick. All right, he's going to move to the ball. He wants to keep it on the sideline there. So he picked up the ball. He doesn't have to roll for the ball. I might have just seen if it would have scattered out of bounds, but now he's very far off in the right wide zone. You get a chainsaw, and you get a chainsaw. Gonna start the second half off with a blitz. 2-die blitz against a goblin. He has to spend the TRR if he wants to keep the drive alive. He's only gonna get a dodge push out of this. That's very risky. We talk about this time and again. Blood Bowl is a game of luck mitigation. You want to do your least risky actions first and your most risky actions last. If he's going to move players, probably move the players first. That has no risk involved whatsoever, unless of course you dodge. There's no die rolls involved. But sometimes you need to take a block just like this. You need to take a block to see if it works out, and you can start funneling players down pitch. I don't know why he's getting so aggressive. He doesn't need to. But it looks like he wants to go out and take an early 2-0 lead here. So he's going to give Play It by Nuffle an opportunity to collapse on this offense. If you stay at center pitch, you have movement options to the left and to the right. That forces the defense to spread thin. You can think of like classic military tactics, right? So if you spread them thin, then they are weak at any given point. But if you decide to sort of shore up on one side of the pitch, then you give yourself less movement options. You can't move to the right. You can only move to the left. So he doesn't, obviously there's nothing to protect over here. So instead of spreading thin, he can group up his defense and they'll be that much more strong at any given point. Tracksuit Mafia over on the left side of the pitch. Wow, really interesting opening move here for Tracksuit Mafia. So he left half the Goblin team wide open at center pitch to do whatever they want to do. So two trolls are almost certainly going to come barreling down on this cage. And then decided to harass 4 players over on the left side of the line. Terrorwind to you says chaotic. Yes, very chaotic. Almost like they're a chaos team. Apparently roleplay is part of Blood Bowl as well, so congratulations, Tracksuit Mafia, for playing your team the way they should be. Feed the Woozle failed his really stupid roll. He's going to stay on the ground. That's a significant loss. We'll Play It by Nuffle. Those goblins are all in trouble unless they dodge away. They almost certainly will. They'll dodge away and shift to the right. Hank the Ranger says, I roleplay my teams. We all should. Here's that blitz with the loony. Gets a stun out of it. Well done. That is a very good stun. Terrorwind says, when I play Amazon, I will too. Amazon's a great team, in my opinion. It's a very good stun for Play It by Nuffle. And you can see Tracksuit Mafia has lost one of their defensive players here, one of their protective players, and they're in a pinch. They can't really fix this. We'll see if he just tries to blitz one of these goblins around, but that's 2 dodges he has to make. You can see Play It by Nuffle is doing exactly what we talked about. He's doubling down on his offense. I'm sorry, on his defense. $16 seconds left to go. He dodged 1 goblin out. That was Exploding Kittens. Looks like he's deciding what to do with Exploding Kittens. Does he want to shift him to the right? Yeah, I don't see why not. I don't think this is much of a risk over here. Takes the 2-die uphill block on the number 2 Chaos Warrior. He didn't have that troll. And that's the turnover. Hank the Ranger says he could just go backwards. No need to score here. That is a very good point. He could just go backwards. Needs to be careful of the Pogoer a bit. The Pogoer can catch him. He's going to take a 2-die block. A push is fine. Certainly does. I don't think he wants to follow up here. Yeah. I'll leave it to Ralph says, all right, I need to feed the actual cat. I hope the cat gets fed well. Hank the Ranger makes a very good point here. He does not need to score. He doesn't need to be so aggressive with the ball. He can take a step back. He can take a breath and reform. He just needs to be careful with the Spogar. He could actually just step back right here and probably be A-okay. And then pull the rest of these players back. He's going to pull them forward. Still playing very aggressive. Oh boy, man. He's moving everybody up. He's going to play this offense aggressively. He has a minute left to decide what to do with the ball carrier. He's going to take the 2-die block. He's going to get a good hit on the Looney. Remember, he gets this +3. But still can't take the Looney off the pitch. Gets a stun. Good stun. Now the ball carrier is all by himself. He is going to shift him back. Oh boy, I'm nervous about that positioning. We'll see if this is okay. He still has a Beastman to pull back. "30 seconds left for Tracksuit Mafia. 20 seconds. Tracksuit Mafia with 1 player left to action. Unless, of course, he wants to GFI with the ball carrier. Just 10 seconds. Yeah, he's got to pull somebody back to this ball carrier. So that'll do it. Turn 10 back to play it by Nuffle. Hank the Ranger was like, is he thinking throw? I really hope he wasn't. I really hope he wasn't. Terrorwind to you. Praise to Nuffle. Play it by Nuffle's going to need it. Troll blitz on the number 4 Chaos Warrior. 2-die blitz. Both down result. He has to spend the TRR. Gets the POW. He'll follow up. Well done. Star player Ripper. Had to spend that team reroll. Couldn't afford the both down result in the turnover. Two of these 3 trolls barreling down on Bro Stas. Tracksuit Mafia not in great position here. Play by Nuffle sends Blockus. That can't be a game. Blockus? What is Blockus? Blockus? I feel like you just made a game with blocks and you called it Blockus. I'll make a game with sticks and I'll call it Stickus. Pogoer is going to mark Bro Stas, number 9, giving him less and less movement options. Finally, failed a dodge. Exploding Kittens is stunned. At least not exploded. Terror One to You says totally real. Man, it sounds like a game I would absolutely not play. Hank the Rage says it's like a physical Tetris type game. 2-die block over on the left side of the pitch. This is going to work out. He has the tackle skills, so he's going to negate this dodge. It's not going to be a push. Instead, it's a knockdown. Well done. Tracksuit Mafia with 2 TRRs remaining. Tracksuit Mafia might now start thinking about the pass. Man, that's risky. That's risky business. I think he's got to take a dodge here. I think he wants to save his TRR for the dodge, in fact. Moves one baseman back, but not totally back. What's the plan? What's the plan, Chaos? Chaos's big strategy as well is to try to focus on these. You see the claw player here and the claw player here. He wants to get SPP on these players. He really is looking for those 3 skills. Wow, took the handoff. 50-50 handoff instead. Still has to make the dodge. Why handoff to dodge? Why not just dodge here? What's going on? Oh boy. Wow, wow. Oh boy. Good dodge. And now he's in the left wide zone by his lonesome. We might see a troll blitz. We'll see what happens. Hank the Ranger said big time play. Big time indeed. Wow. So many die rolls. 2-die block results in a push on number 12. Checkers. He's going to push him back toward center pitch, back toward the line. And Terror Windy You says, "Ugh, I don't even want to watch." Where is the loony? Ah, the loony's right here. Turn 11, back to Play It by Nuffle. I have to imagine Play It by Nuffle stands up Uno, gets him next to the troll. Oh, no, he can't. Oh, wait, is this the troll with... Nope, it's the wrong troll. It's not the troll with break tackle. Well, then I guess the play instead is 3 goblins on the ball carrier. 3 goblins on the ball carrier will be a 2-die block. Gonna move players into position first. That's exactly what he's gonna do. That's 1. 2 more. One's a dodge and 1 is not. Decides to make it a 1-die block instead, and it works out. Well done. Didn't want to roll the dice to get in the 3rd goblin. Decided 1 wasn't, or 2 were enough. 1-die block worked out. Knocked down Bro Semyon. And now the ball has scattered to the left sideline. I was wondering what that meant. I thought maybe it was like, yay, but I'm scratching my head. 3 players left to action. He can get a fairly safe dodge out of 2 of them. I spoke too soon. that was one of them. That would have been fairly safe, but he failed the dodge roll. Turn 12 back to Tracksuit Mafia. Tracksuit Mafia has nobody who can get after these goblins. If he wants to get other players over there, he's going to have to take a risk. It was the number 10 Chaos Warrior, I guess, trying to move him back over to the left side of the pitch, but he has to move him backwards first. This is the pitch control that Play It by Nuffle and Clyface is exerting here at center pitch. You can see this wide sort of circle here where he controls all of this space. And Tracksuit Mafia has no hope of getting through this. Two-die blitz with horns. Stand-up blitz. It's going to be a dodge push. Doesn't follow up. Is he going to try to pick up the ball? He is. Failed to pick up. He's going to spend the TRR. Pickup succeeded. Now what? Just moves him back 1 space and off the sideline. I think the Ranger says the Chaos Warrior next to the Troll is free because the Troll is stupid now. That is a very good point. Number 2 Chaos Warrior, Bro Casimierez, can move over to help try to defend this ball carrier. Takes a block on the Looney. It's not going to take the Looney off the pitch. That Looney, man. He gets stunned again. Every stun's a good stun. It's another turn that Looney is not chopping up your team. Takes a dodge with the Journeyman first. Yikes! Move your Chaos Warrior. Sets up a faux cage over in the left wide zone. Maybe dodge someone out. Yeah. Dodge someone out, get him between the Goblin and the Troll. Final turn of the third quarter. Play It by Nuffle is going to regroup their defense a little bit, try to get in front of this ball. One die block on the front right corner of the faux cage. Now it's a 2-die block. 2-die block on the Journeyman. Does he spend the TRR? He does. He needs to keep the drive alive. Gets the power on the reroll. Follows up. Marks the ball carrier. Ball carrier's just out of scoring position. Play It by Nuffle has to mark this Chaos Warrior. Here comes the Pogoer. Gets the Pogoer next to the Troll so the Troll can roll his really stupid roll on a 2+ instead of a 4+. Works out. And there's that mark on the Chaos Warrior that he needed. He couldn't allow that Chaos Warrior to come in on the blitz on number 13. Ball carrier can still do it on his own, but of course it eats up the blitz. Twenty seconds to play in turn 12. Final turn of the third quarter. Gets that troll in front of the ball carrier. The ball carrier is not going to be able to score. That means if he's going to move forward, that troll is coming after him next turn. 5 seconds left. Takes a 2-die block at center pitch, gets a POW. Is he going to do anything with these goblins, or is he fine with the tie-ups? Dodge. That'll be it. Fourth quarter begins. Tracksuit Mafia has decisions to make. If they're going to move the ball carrier down the pitch, they won't be able to keep it safe. However, he'll be so far down the pitch that Clypeus is only going to have 1 quarter to try to tie the game up. So he's going to have to scream down the pitch if he gets the ball back. That might be the play Tracksuit Mafia wants to play. Otherwise, they need to find a way to protect this ball carrier. That means they need to set up at least a half cage. And there is a whole lot of play it by Nuffle to get through to make that happen. That might be exactly what he does. 2-die blitz on the goblin and then just runs down pitch and hope it's far enough away that play it by Nuffle cannot score. If he's going to do that, then he's going to want to reset for defense here. And we'll see if he's going to try that or not. Looks like maybe not. He took the block with the Beastman, who would be more in position on defense rather than the Chaos Warrior. He wanted to free up the Chaos Warrior, so maybe he's going to try to defend the ball carrier. Yeah, he's going to try to do exactly that. He wants to score. Failed the GFI. He's got to spend the TRR here. Oh boy, marked the troll. Here's the blitz. 2-die blitz with the journeyman. Why? Why? Took the 2-die block with the journeyman, got the push, that's all he needed. Journeyman's gonna eat some blocks next turn, and now the ball carrier is free. Could have just as easily done that blitz with the ball carrier. All right, he's not going to GFI with that ball carrier. No team rerolls remaining for the rest of the game. Tracksuit Mafia trying to clinch this game 2-0. He's going to mark whoever he can mark. Can't mark goblins the same way you mark other teams. This mark right here is not safe. Takes a 2-die block on checkers, gets a POW. Moves forward. Eats up some space so the Pogar can't move. Good follow-up. Turn 13 for play it by Nuffle. I mean... Oh no, he spent the blitz with the troll and he failed a really stupid roll. Oh no! What was that about? I guess he would blitz the Chaos Warrior and he gets double skulls. I guess that was to blitz the Chaos Warrior, follow up, and then mark the ball carrier. I think instead maybe the 2-die block on number 12, and then you can get the dodges. I'm sorry, and then you can move the goblins over to get the 1-die block on the Beastmen. Might even be able to make out a 2-die block. Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. Tracksuit Mafia, all they have to do is walk the ball in, and they'll be up 2-0. Here it is. Well done. The aggressive offense paid off. Tracksuit Mafia increases their lead 2-0 against Play It by Nuffle. Play It by Nuffle is going to have one last drive here. They have one bribe left to keep the loony on the pitch. I imagine he's going to spend it. Tarawin to you says, good job, Tracksuit. That was well done. Play by Nuffle's going to get back one of their gobos. So I think it's a 11v9, right? Yeah, so you can see the Looney getting called off the pitch. That final bribe is spent, and that Looney, as we talked about in the pregame, those 2 bribes were enough to keep that Looney on the pitch the entire game. 3 turns left for Play It by Nuffle. They can certainly score in that time. They're not going to be able to pull out a win unless some miracle happens in the final drive of the game. There's a riot. They can pick up that ball and score. Tracksuit Mafia is setting up with a 4-man line right currently. They have they have 3 of their 4 Chaos Warriors on the line. They also have the Journeyman Beastman, Linagor, number 12, over on the right side of the line. Hank the Wrench says, nice score, tough rolls for Clypheus. Yeah, that's unfortunate. He should not have failed that really stupid roll. It was safe. You know, it was just a 2+, but them's the breaks sometimes. Neither team with any team rerolls remaining. They might pick up some here on the kickoff event. We'll see. Leave It to Rouse says, I think Clypheus is out to kill everyone now, not score. Terrorwind to you says, good, sounds fun. Yeah, I mean, that might be the best strategy, in fact, is to just murder the team. Murder your opponent. You might see them again, not just later in the competition, but later in the season. Yeah, and you can see Play It by Nuffle is going strong on the line. All 3 trolls on the line. 5-man line currently with the Looney over on the right end. He's going to put a bunch of people on the line. He's going to try to score here. He says maybe not. Hank Ranger said with the double skulls right after, basically 3 ones in a row. Yeah, those are really tough rolls. That was unfortunate. Rolled the 1 on really stupid and then double skulls on the block. Tracksuit Mafia, they have their kicker. I would have kicked deeper than that. And the weather's going to change to exactly what it is. Play It by Nuffle couldn't have asked for much better of a kick. Everybody's on the line. He is going to try to score. No team rerolls means you really need to be careful what you're going to do now. Any failed roll is going to be a turnover. 2-die block on the Journeyman. He doesn't care about that Journeyman. He's saving that blitz for someone else. Heroin to you says beat, aggressive, beat, eat, aggressive. He's going to try. Injured the level 2 Beastman Bro Semyon. He will be off the pitch. He was looking to do more than that. No permanent injury, but well done. He's moving players down pitch. You can see he's very discerning with his action order here. He hasn't taken these blocks on the line yet. He didn't want to roll these dice first. He wanted to make sure this worked out. He got these players into position first. He doesn't have the reroll. Gets a pal on the second block on the line. Against Bro Red October, one of the Chaos Dwarves. Final block on the line, perhaps. Gets a push. Block down the line. He has 3 goblins over on the left side of the pitch. 2 of them in the left wide zone. Still has the ball pick up. Under a minute to go in turn 14. He's just shuttling down pitch. He says, I'm gonna get you. I'm coming for you. Here's the foul. The foul coming up over on the right side of the pitch. Didn't get anything out of the foul, but didn't get called off. Good pickup by the Pogoer. Pogoer, a fast player with a MA of 7. Solid offensive line here. Turn 15 to Tracksuit Mafia. 2 turns left in this ball game. Tracksuit Mafia doesn't really care if, well, he might care if Play It by Nuffle scores. If he wants to keep Play It by Nuffle out of the top 4 in the competition, then you definitely don't want to let your opponent score. Also, a score means SPP that you're giving your opponent, so that might be a risk as well. But as far as this game is concerned, he's got it all but in the bag. So he has some strategic decisions to make. Does he want to injure his opponent? Does he want to keep his own players safe? You see him going after that loony, works out through the block skill, knocks that loony off the pitch. Well done. Good block. Good blitz by that Chaos Warrior. That loony is not a problem anymore. Finally. 14 turns of that loony, of that chainsaw. He is finally off the pitch. Gets a push on the line. Currently has a 1-die block against number 2. Yeah, he's got a 1-die block against number 2. Gets a push. Looks like he's going to take it. He's got the block skill, so it's not a bad block to take. Keeps that troll off of you as well. Troll has Mighty Blow, so if you want to keep that player safe, I would totally take this block. Here, you can see he's saving his high-dollar players. He says, stay away from me. Coward! Why are you saving number 11? Who cares about him? Finally takes that 1-die block, and you can see that block skill worked out for him there. Turn 15, back to Play It by Nuffle. 2 turns left. If they want to score, they're going to have to end in scoring position on this turn. They have to end at the 10-yard line. They already are, actually. They're going to move the Pogoer down pitch. If this Pogoer can score in this game, he will level up. Three-die blitz results in just a push. Tried to take out a Chaos Warrior. Takes a 2-die uphill block. He's going to get a skull result for it. And Exploding Kittens gets KO'd. Whenever a goblin gets KO'd instead of getting killed or injured, it's fine. You take it. Leave it to Ralph says the goblins have the best sounds. I don't like the Necro sounds. Whenever a Necro team plays, I don't like it. 2-die block at least coming up on tic-tac-toe. Is he gonna get it? He tried to make it the 3-die block. Remember, he's got the leap skill. He can score here. I think that's going to be exactly what he does. He's going to try to leap Leap, it doesn't matter where he leaps, just leap over this line. Actually, he can leap here. He can leap here and then 2 GFIs to win this game, to score. Terrorwind to use, praying to Nuffle that it happens. Hank Ranger says bad game for Exploding Kittens, very bad game for Taco Cat. He's gonna take the blocks first. He doesn't have the TRR here. Wants to try to put the hurt on before he tries for this score. I would have went for the leap. I wouldn't even risk it. I think I went the SPP. Moves a goblin over so he can action the troll at center. Gets a knockdown. Gets a stun, doesn't matter. Looks like he's going to take the second 2-die block on the number 5 Chaos Warrior here. Oh boy, didn't work out. Didn't work out. He's not going to be able to score. That will be the game. 2-0, man. Risky taking those blocks. He decided he wanted to injure his opponent rather than try for the score. Fair enough. But that's going to end the game. 2-0. Tracksuit Mafia is going to walk away with 13 SPP. Played by Nuffle is just going to get the measly 5 from their MVP, and that was Tic-Tac-Toe the Pogoer anyway. So he will level up regardless. Well done to both coaches. That was a fun match. Goblins are tough, man. They are tough to play as. And Tracksuit Mafia is going to advance. They're going to stay in first place. They're going to knock Play It by Nuffle down to second. And we'll take a look at the schedule before we leave for the evening. The next game up in week 2 is going to be a Reptile Dysfunction at a Minor Matter. That is Lizards versus Underworld Denizens. That will be tomorrow, Monday, April 25th at 9 o'clock p.m. That'll be a live stream. And then the final game of the week will be Take the Wood, Take the Bad at Pippi Fan Club. That will be next Monday, May 2nd at 9:15 p.m. Those are all Eastern Daylight Time. Actually, I think it's Standard Time now, isn't it? No, it's Daylight Time. It's Daylight Time. Genius Chaos at Tainted Cocktails still needs to be scheduled, but that will be sometime after the Reptile Dysfunction versus a Minor Matter match and before Take the Wood, Take the Bad at Pip's Pippi Fan Club. As always, you can check out the schedule here on Twitch. You can also check it out on our Twitter account and our Facebook accounts, and you can find the information for that right there on your screen. I hope you guys had fun tonight. I love Goblin teams. They're so much fun. They're so wacky. They have lots of shenanigans. It's fun to watch them play. Play Blood Bowl. It's a blast. You can play with us in our upcoming competition, the Dungeon Bowl. That will be after the Spike Magazine trophy in a few months. Otherwise, you can play Blood Bowl the way we do right here with Blood Bowl 2, or you can pick it up at your friendly local game store. But until tomorrow night, I hope you guys had a blast, and I will see you back here for more Blood Bowl in the Mid-Atlantic Mauling League tomorrow at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Have a great evening, everybody.